Welcome to the Mystic Minute. This is the general reading for the month of April. We are using the tarot cards, The Enchanted Forest by Lunaea Weatherstone. For the beginning of April, we have the Keeper of Spells. The Keeper of Spells blasts through obstacles with an elf wizard enchantment that is transformational and activating. His familiar is a fire drake, which embodies the blazing force of his passionate will. He summons it forth with his own center. The Keeper of Spells has no need for external tools of magic. Seek him out when you are ready to change your world. This can be a time for powerful advancement, for an endeavor or a movement. Embolden others in creative and positive ways. So the first part of April is looking pretty positive and a time of creativity, a time to change your world. In the second week of April, we have the card 3 of Boons. In a cozy forest cottage, 3 friends are working together to make a potion. The earth goblin sorts through the mushrooms she gathered. She lives close to the ground and has a keen eye for each growing thing's usefulness. The old witch brews and bottles the potion. She sprinkles a good pinch of enchantment, adding power to the pot as she stirs. The raven writes out the spell instructions and affixes them to bottles that will be sealed with beeswax. Her expertise comes from poetry and from instinct. These friends are here to remind you that even the smallest task, sorting mushrooms for instance, can contribute to a greater purpose, especially if it's done with a happy and willing heart. Offer your skills to projects that can use them, and don't be shy about asking others to collaborate on your own projects as well. Many hands make light work, as the saying goes, and they also make the work much more fun. So it sounds like the second week of April is a time to come together with colleagues and friends to collaborate and be more creative on whatever projects you started at the beginning of the month. The third week of April is the Seeker of Challenges. An enormous knight stands immovably on the forest path. The white raven, blazoned on his shield, and the iron feathers on his black armor declare him to be the Seeker of Challenges. His helm conceals his face, but the sword in his hand and the readiness of his stance speak of menace. His war horse dances with impatience at a safe distance from the proposed battle. The Seeker of Challenges is not going to let you pass. He is spoiling for a fight, determined to find trouble or make it himself. This card could represent a particular person, but if it doesn't, it could indicate a situation that has reached an impasse, a breakdown of diplomacy, or a movement toward war. Okay, so the third week, the Seeker of Challenge brings challenges. It could be about your creative projects or collaborations with others. But let's see how the month ends. The 2 of Challenges. Traveling through the forest, a young man suddenly comes upon a magic mirror blocking his path. The looking glass hangs in midair with no visible means of support and no way to remove it. The forest is thick with undergrowth here. He can't go forward, he can't go around, and he doesn't want to go back. So he chooses the obvious solution. He looks into the mirror. He sees himself exactly as he is. No mystical vision or otherworldly entity, just his own startled, wide-eyed self. You may have gotten into a situation from which there is no obvious positive movement forward. This card signifies a pause for clarification, not about the situation, but about your place in it. You can't go any further on this path until you take a long look at yourself. Stop being in denial about your own faults and failings. Stop distracting yourself to avoid facing the truth. You will make better progress when you are clearer about your true intentions. Well, that's absolutely interesting. So in the fourth week, The Two of Challenges is how our month is going to end. And whatever path we have chosen, we can't go forward without really looking at ourselves, maybe to see if this is the journey that we're on is the right one for us. Maybe we need to make adjustments. Maybe we need to turn around and try something else completely. But after taking a long look and you're satisfied with what you see, then maybe that was the answer that you were seeking. And that's the end of that journey. An interesting month of April. I like the creativity part. I'm excited about the creativity part first couple of weeks and collaborating with friends. Knowing that challenges could be potentially possible in the third week of April, I'm going to be looking out for them. And in the fourth week of April, I hope that I like what I'm looking at in the mirror when I get through it. So hopefully May will be even better. Wishing you all well. Goodbye for now.